When people talk about greatness in basketball, they usually talk loud. They talk highlights. They talk trash talk, emotion, flash, confidence that needs to be seen and heard. But one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball did the exact opposite. Tim Duncan didn't dominate with noise. He dominated with control. No flexing, no yelling, no ego-driven moments. And yet, championships, MVPs, finals MVPs, nearly 2 decades of winning at the highest level. This is the mental edge nobody wants to talk about because it's boring, uncomfortable, and requires discipline every single day. Tim Duncan is proof that if your mindset is elite, your game doesn't need attention. Your results will speak for you. Most players today want to be seen before they're solid. Tim Duncan was solid long before anyone paid attention. He didn't even grow up as a basketball-first athlete. His foundation was built in swimming, repetition, patience, technique, and mental toughness. That matters more than people realize. Swimming teaches you how to be alone with your thoughts. No crowd, no praise. Just you versus the work. That mindset carried over to basketball. While other players rushed to the league, Tim Duncan stayed in college. He didn't chase hype. He didn't rush development. He trusted the process. That decision alone tells you everything about how his mind worked. Great players rush. Elite minds wait. One of the most powerful things about Tim Duncan was emotional neutrality. Up 20 or down 20, he looked the same. Missed call, same face. Missed shot, same body language. Big moment, same calm. And here's why that matters. When you're emotional, the game controls you. When you're calm, you control the game. Opponents couldn't read him. Teammates trusted him. Coaches trusted him even more. Because when pressure hit, Tim Duncan didn't change. And predictability under pressure is the most valuable trait a coach can trust. Most players think passion means emotion, but real passion shows up as discipline. Tim Duncan mastered fundamentals to a level where they became automatic. Bank shots, footwork, positioning, angles, balance, nothing flashy, nothing viral, just efficient. Players today want highlight plays. Tim Duncan wanted high-percentage decisions. And that's the difference between being remembered and being respected. Flash fades. Fundamentals don't. He didn't try to out-athlete people.
He outthought them.
He didn't rely on speed. He relied on timing. He didn't rely on strength. He relied on leverage. That's mental. And here's something young players don't want to hear. Coaches don't trust talent. They trust stability. Tim Duncan never argued with officials, never showed up coaches, never complained about touches, never pouted about role. He let others shine. He took blame publicly. He accepted coaching privately. That's why he played as long as he did. That's why his minutes were secure. That's why his leadership was respected. Ego steals minutes. Discipline earns careers. You want to know why some talented players bounce around teams while others stay trusted for years? Ego versus control. Ego argues calls. Ego forces shots. Ego sulks on the bench. Tim Duncan did none of that. He played the long game, and because of that, his longevity was unmatched. 19 seasons, same routine, same habits, same mental approach. No drama, no excuses, no emotional burnout. Longevity isn't about talent. It's about mental consistency. Now let's talk directly to young players. Most players today want instant success. They compare themselves to teammates. They want validation. They want minutes before mastering responsibility. They let emotions dictate effort. Tim Duncan never chased validation. He chased mastery. He understood something most players don't. Boring work creates legendary results. Repetition, consistency, discipline, humility. Those aren't exciting, but they win. And here's the truth. If you can't dominate your emotions, you'll never dominate the game. Basketball exposes your mindset. Pressure exposes your habits. And ego always shows up when discipline is missing. Tim Duncan didn't dominate because he was loud. He dominated because he was mentally unmovable. So if you're a player trying to level up, stop chasing attention. Start chasing control. Stop worrying about how you look. Start worrying about how you respond. Because the strongest mindset in basketball isn't the loudest one. It's the calm one. And that's the real mental edge. And here's the part that separates Tim Duncan from almost everyone else. He didn't need the game to go his way to stay locked in. He didn't need praise to stay confident. He didn't need minutes, touches, or validation to stay committed. That's real mental strength. Most players fall apart when things don't go their way. A bad call, a missed shot, a coach yelling, a teammate getting more minutes, and suddenly their body language changes. Their effort drops and their confidence disappears. That's not a skill problem. That's a mindset problem. Tim Duncan mastered the art of detachment. He focused on effort, positioning, communication, and execution, the things no one could take from him. When you control what you can control, the game stops feeling stressful and starts feeling simple. And that's the truth nobody teaches young players. Basketball doesn't reward emotion. It rewards discipline. It doesn't care how hard you try once in a while. It rewards who you are every day. Tim Duncan understood that winning starts long before the ball is tipped. It starts in how you practice, how you listen, how you respond when no one is clapping, how you behave when you're tired, frustrated, or overlooked. That mindset doesn't just win games, it builds careers. So if you're a player watching this, ask yourself this question honestly. Can your coach trust you when things go wrong? Because talent gets you noticed, but trust keeps you on the floor. And if you're a parent listening to this, understand this: your child doesn't need more hype. They need stability. They need reinforcement of habits, not emotions. Confidence isn't loud. It's consistent. Tim Duncan didn't dominate the NBA by being special once in a while. He dominated by being dependable every single night. And that's the real mental edge. Not noise, not ego, not flash. Control, discipline, consistency. If you can master that, the game will reward you every time.